Good morning. Today is February 9th and welcome to another 24 hours of Bitcoin live stream. Thanks for joining me. For those who are starting to come in for the daily live stream, be sure to click on subscribe and click on that bell icon so that you get notified when I do go live. This is a trading journal channel, not trading advice. You can pause the video to watch or read through the full disclaimer. As we can see here, Bitcoin prices, as we know, made some really nice moves overnight. Litecoin made even better prices. And let's take a quick second to go over what I was talking about yesterday in the video. So I'm still anticipating the same thing. Pretty much the same thing as yesterday, that I'm wanting it or anticipating for it to make a bit of a run up here and test these levels, at least over the next 24 hours. And I've been calling. All right, and I have been calling for that for a few days, and the reason for that is the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation that we're in. So let's take a look at step back here and go into a longer term view here. We're looking at the 4-hour bars. So this is the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here back in December, and it's turned into a larger one. This is the number 2. This is now the number 3. It's not confirmed the number 3 until prices actually break above the number 2. So over the next couple days, just in quick brief, I do believe we're going to get some follow through on this. There might be a little bit of noise in the market over the few days, but we're going to build now and make our way up to the $4,300 level, pull back a little bit, and then we're going to punch through to about 52, 5,300. And that's where I'll be looking for a top formation. And so we'll watch for that as it unfolds. And part of the reason that I'm going into this kind of view is the long-term view of all of these different major cryptos. So we can see Litecoin really consolidated out of these support and resistance that go back to way through history. Fantastic consolidation and move. At this point, as prices were building up, I didn't know if Litecoin was going to be breaking lower from here or breaking higher. It was certainly building up to something big, and as soon as it started to break higher, that's the way. You just didn't know until it actually broke one way or the other. It was on the edge, looking both. And so was Ethereum at the same time and Bitcoin at the same time. They were all looking edgy. And then when the positive stuff came in, off they all went. And now they're all going to get some follow through. You can just see how this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation is broken out. That's a big change of momentum, but the bigger change of momentum is in the daily view for all of these, where we can see this big bowl shape pattern shaping up at important historical levels. These are golden times to be in cryptos, and not just Bitcoin. And all of the cryptos we can see yesterday in our detailed report on 50 cryptocurrencies, a lot of the sell orders went way down. A lot of the neutral orders went way up. So as this green and yellow starts to pick up, we know that things are going to be going great. And we can tell because we've had different times of Bitcoin dominance loss here where the cryptos were all picking up. And now we're at a top formation in Bitcoin dominance and it's looking weak, which tells me that we're about to go into an altcoin bull run. Some of the stuff I want to do every day is to review the RSI, the on-balance volume lazy bear, and the MACD indicator. So this is where we left off yesterday. And this is what happened afterwards as prices blasted up. So we were talking about the divergence in the RSI going through the day yesterday as prices were flat and there was some selling but immediate buying. So there'd be a big dump and a quick buy and things would go quiet for a while. A big dump and a quick buy and things would go quiet. All the while the RSI was diverging and off we went out of those important support and resistance on the 1, 2, 3 bottom. Love it. One of my favorite indicators is the lazy boy on balance volume. When I mix this with the trade patterns and the divergences, it's really turning out to be pretty darn accurate on all these altcoins. So now we're seeing a divergence in the on balance volume where we're going from negative selling to positive buying in the trade. And then we can see this we've got an ascending wedge triangle happening at the same time in this top corner, and it blasts out past this support and resistance. So now where are we going? We're going to see some follow through on this. There's going to be more upside on this for sure. And then the surprise one for me was to be watching the, oh, I spoiled it, the MACD indicator as things were crossing over here and looking positive, and we saw the histogram going to the positive side. I wasn't anticipating that the indicator would go all the way to 100 before the crossover. And you can see the crossover is like take profit, and then it's just sort of gone sideways since then. And it's now pulled back, and it's looking like it's getting ready to cross over and histogram turn positive again. And should that happen, that'll be part of our continuation. If this crosses over again at the same time that all of the other indicators are going, it's just telling us we're going to get some continuation on that. Now, the next thing for me is to be really watching all of the altcoins and see where they're going to go. Let me scribble in here my prediction. And this is only because it's part of a normal end of a parabolic move like we saw in Bitcoin. So this type of idea is what I'm anticipating. We're going to see some struggle here. It's going to work its way up to the 52, 5,300. We're going to make a top formation. Then we're going to see some screaming selling going on. And we'll see how that turns out in time. That's it for today's video. Great to have a few people along watching. And thanks you for the people who are subscribing and leaving thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let's continue to monitor Bitcoin over the 24-hour periods every day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.